Hey everybody, how you doing today? I'm back with this mess of a game. Bunta, I see you there. Hey buddy, what's up? No, today is killer. Today is killer. Today I'm going to be playing killer. Tomorrow is Survivor Sunday. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Hey Bobby. Hey Ivy. Is the game going good? Or is your team winning, Bobby? To confirm I'm home base. Let's start with an easy killer to avoid rage. That was your pregame. I didn't play any pregames. So I've played Vecna all of 1 or 2 times against bots, and that was just to get like the thumbnail thing. So I don't know how this is gonna go. It's either gonna go extremely good because I haven't played in forever and they're just gonna put me up against people who have no idea what the game even is, or two, it's gonna go terrible because it's gonna retain how I was playing back when I did play, and I'm gonna get absolutely shredded. But I figured if I'm going to do Survivor Sundays, I might as well do a killer day too. Just to the very least, I can get the experience from both sides instead of, blindly going in and being upset. So I'll do what I usually do when I play this. I will be explaining his perks, the way I see them and everything like that. I will be looking over some stuff and seeing what all's available to me. As it is now, I am missing a character now. I do not have the unknown, and I don't have the points to get the unknown because of obviously shenanigans and the fact that I haven't played in forever. I find it kind of crazy that there's only 2 new characters on this for the killer. And I say 2 new characters. I know there's a lot of new like survivors and stuff like that, but let's be honest, they're all pretty much cosmetic on the survivor end of things. They don't have innate uniquities besides noise and stuff like that. So for the killers are really the only like unique character designs, and they have their one that there was an in-house, and then they have Vecna from D&D, which I respect this right here, having Vecna from D&D instead of having Vecna from Stranger Things. I appreciate it. I don't believe you, Bobby. You're lying to me. There's no such thing as games. Yo! That's not a baseball game. No. That's soccer. they were John Cena's cousin. But instead of me rambling here and saying a bunch of stupid crap, I want to actually like look over these perks real quick. I also know a little bit about his power and the fact that it's 4 different abilities. From everything that I've seen so far, though, and everything that I've experienced, even though I was going up against bots, which, unless they bugged, were running pretty well now. They're actually running very, very well now. In fact, I think your below average killer, or even your average killer, might have trouble catching them a good bit of the time, because they can do some shenanigans, and they can predict you through walls really, really easily. So it's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to keep on them unless you're actually paying attention to what they're doing. Mage Hand can lift up downed pallets or block upright pallets for 4 seconds. Very useful in general. I haven't really used this one at all. I thought it was super cool, but at the same time, having to take the extra time to cast it and everything like that might make it not worth it unless you're about to win a loop. If you're about to win a loop, this definitely could just guarantee you the hit. Flight of the Damned is the one that I like the most. The problem with it is that you can't direct the angle for the horizontal, which is another thing that they keep doing with abilities and stuff like that. That is part of the reason I quit, is they force it to go in a very specific way. You are not allowed to adjust it in a manner that you want to adjust it. I can't angle it up or down even though they have verticality built into the game. So if someone, say, goes up the stairs and I'm charging Flight of the Damned, I can't hit anything with it. Because they're above the markers. They're above where it's going to hit. It spreads 5 spirits like this. So if they're between those gaps, if they duck on an even plane, or if they just happen to be running upstairs, it has like a 90% chance of missing. Now, if you can spook somebody or you get them to drop a pallet, and as they're dropping the pallet, you hit them during the animation, that's a good use of it. But at that point, if you're going to down them and stuff with it, then, I mean, you could have just smacked them too most of the time. Dispelling Sphere seems like a pretty useful one. I like how it works. You fire off this sphere, it travels for a very long distance, and it's rather large. If anybody runs into it, they can't see it, they don't know they got hit by it, but it gives you the blood hunt thing on them, the heartbeat thing. I can't remember what it's called. It works pretty well. Fly, it works pretty well as well. I mean, it's the fly spell. You literally just fly around at mock chicken speeds. The problem is controllability, which is something that you have to get used to. And think of it like Blight movement, but you have like the ability to weave it and go for an extended period of time, and it's fast. That's pretty much what it is. And it also avoids vaults and pallets, so you can actually use it to skip past a lot of stuff. I imagine you can still body block with it by dashing through and then like stopping yourself on the side of a vault if they try and loop behind you. But I don't know for certain exactly how it works. Because, I mean, it's like with when you smack somebody, you can phase through them, right? Your evil cat needs to stop screaming. Lobster? Lobster might be, who knows? Is 2 killer still a thing? I'm not sure. I'll check. After I go through his 3 perks, I'll check. Weave Attunement. When an item becomes depleted for the first time, it is dropped. You see the R's of dropped items. Survivors within 12 meters of dropped items have their R's revealed to you. When a survivor picks up a survivor item, they suffer from oblivious status effect for 30 seconds. This is simultaneously potentially good, but also kind of bad because it's associated with items. The only really good things for items when using this would probably be running Franklin's, which is just going to get you hate in the first place. Also, it wouldn't really be the best thing for someone like Vecna to run from what I've experienced with him. You spend a lot of your time actually utilizing your spells. And if he's really versatile. Languid Touch. When a survivor within 36 meters of you scares a crow, they suffer from the exhausted status for 8 seconds. That's just not that great. Like, if it could be really, really good in a super close chase if they trip a crow and you're able to get to them within 8 seconds, but most chases do last like 20 plus. So by the time Languid Touch, at least at the green tier, is off cooldown, it might not be usable. And if someone manages to drop a pallet on you after scaring a crow, well, congratulations, the perk's just wasted. I think this thing doesn't need a cooldown at all. There are other perks that apply exhausted for not only longer, but have lesser cooldowns than this. Like, have more consistently low cooldowns comparatively. Like, if I can apply exhausted to somebody for 30 seconds, and then I could justify having a decently long cooldown, and in my opinion. Like a 30-second cooldown on a 30-second duration, I could get. Or in this case, 20-second cooldown on a 20-second duration, I could get. But it's just... Say it's not even the same survivor. Say they either know you have this perk, or this perk just happens to... there just happens to be somebody sprinting off in the distance because you're not chasing them, and they trip this. And they're within 36 meters. Well, congratulations. Your Languid Touch perk that you were trying to use to make the chase that you're doing easier just got tripped by some guy who's like 30 meters away that you don't even know where they're at. So it just wasted it. Well, I told you, I said I was going to go over what he has, how I feel about it, and everything that I've experienced so far, which has been all of 2 bot games. But from what I'm seeing here, I'm not really impressed by his perks. Like, I can see this one working if you build around items and making people pick up items and making people drop items. But if you're going to do that, then, I mean, you're also on the point of, you could just play something like Pinhead, and you'd probably be better off. Because you'd have the ability to teleport to it, make people drop stuff, and also being able to just completely wreck them if they make a mistake. Without having to cast a bunch of spells simultaneously. You'll have a lot of, like... I feel like with Vecna, to play him optimally, you're going to have a lot of micromanagement to his behaviors that you don't have with other people. That means that he has a very, very high skill ceiling, and he can be very good compared to the others, but he's got the limitation in that regard. So having subpar perks or perks that don't have any real synergy at all, comparatively speaking, is a problem. Let's see. Increases the duration you are blinded by any means and duration of pallet stuns by 25%. Increases regular vault speed by 15%. So this one is the whole pay a price to get a pretty good ability. Depending on how good this gets at purple tier, it could or could not be worth it. Then again, you also have the option of mitigating this one and or completely negating one of the penalties of this one by taking what's Lightborn? There you go, Lightborn. You could take Lightborn and completely negate the negative penalty for this one for the most part, and then maybe take what's the one from I mean, synergistically you could use these perks, but they just don't seem to work together at all, if that makes any sense. So you go in here and you have no synergy with the perks that you're running. But once you build him with the perks from other people and synergize his perks like that, they seem to work pretty well. What was it? It's a trapper perk, isn't it? No. It's a hillbilly perk. Yeah, enduring. Reduce the duration of pallet stuns by 45%. 50% at max level. If you took the Dark Arrogance with this and Lightborn, that could work out pretty well. I mean, you could definitely cause problems. You'd get aura read on people, you'd be very quick to recover, and then you would vault faster as well. But I don't know how good that would be in total. Let me go to the doubles. See if the doubles are still here. No, they're gone. They are 100% gone. It looks like. I guess that was just a temporary event they were running or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Well, let's see what happens. Well, actually, I gotta put my hat on. What does this do? Mage Hand holds a pallet up by 0.45 seconds. Increases the distance of flight of the damned spectral entities. See, that's not useful, though, because someone will just duck. Said it was live? It's in the main menu? Did I miss it up? No, that's quit the game. I don't see it here. I mean, I got custom game, but that's not... I mean, yeah, I don't see it here at all. It doesn't seem like 2v8's here.
What secrets does this realm?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna take brutality. That way I get rewarded for smacking people. When a survivor is real by spelling sphere. Yeah, killer instinct. That's what it gives. Yeah, I won't be playing Survivor till tomorrow. I won't be playing any Survivor until tomorrow. Reveals the aura of survivors narrowly missed by Flight of the Damned. That could be pretty useful. I guess I can take that one. Number of entities created by Flight of the Damned by 1. That could fix it. That could help. That could help a lot, actually. Casting Mage Hand grants 5% haste for 2 seconds. That could be super useful, too. If you built around Mage Hand haste, plus haste on everything else, I could see that working. I don't know. I'll just go with this. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to try and take it too seriously. I want to see how this actually plays out when it comes to players. And that really is mostly dependent on how they run. No, if I'm going to play any Survivor, Survivor will be tomorrow. Like, yeah. Survivor Sunday. Let's go! These are kind of low prestige. Why did I teleport there? What happened? Escape cake. Oh? Did they drop a shroud? And a white ward? Man! Looks like I'm already getting the annoying people. I bet you that is a toolbox with extremely good add-ons that they're trying to protect. And, yeah. That's pretty much what it's going to amount to. No. No Ran. And I get the shattered square initially. That's great. Oh, I have to wait for the cooldowns immediately? What is... Okay. No, wait. Is that the right one? No, that's the right one. I don't know if I'm quick or not either. Yo! DPI! Oh, well, that sucks. Desperate to get this one for some reason. Ooh, well, I mean, if you want to waste the best palette in the game. You think somebody's in one of these? Nah, I don't think so. Yeah. I rolled like the worst map for me to come back on. I absolutely detest this map.
What tool to unravel?
Do they really want those 2 generators for some reason?
You have made a huge mistake.
Ah, of course. I'll take that hit. Think I'm gonna get blinded? No?
Only a little longer.
Think they're over there at all? Or you think they're going for that one? Ooh. I guess I'll hit this. I'm thinking about it. As long as I keep them slowed down, I might be able to pull something off with it. Got it! Ah, the good old zero effort blind where she blinds me way from the side. Okay. You know, again, the reasons to quit playing this game. Not the best start. See, I can angle this up and down. But I can't angle anything else.
Decisions. Hate.
What the? this. Already stupid, man. They're over there healing. Oh. Okay, bye. I'll just keep everybody injured, I guess. Yeah, if I had synergistic perks, this would go a lot better. It does. It 100% does. They definitely don't like the killers. They don't want killers to succeed, but they also do want killers to succeed. Because not having killers means no game. And I'm gonna take this from you.
Perhaps this will do.
Absolutely hate people like these guys. Oh, that one's messed up. Track this. Then they're probably over there. I've got this 3 set that I can do. Oh, if I only got the lunge. That's so disappointing. If I had the lunge. Why are you still here? Why are you still here? I don't get it. Freaking leave. All your buddies are just like camping in this corner for no reason. I'm checking this cycle of gens. And there it is. Got one hit. Yeah, if you're just trying to lure me away from the spot, I don't know what the deal is. Oh, you made a terrible mistake. I'm gonna be honest, I shouldn't have got that one. I should not have got that hit. I shouldn't have got that hit at all. That was way off to the right. That was awful.
Die by my hand.
Okay. take this. And we'll put you over here. They'll get her. And we'll see where that takes us. Yeah, I can move my face. Hold on. I couldn't remember where to put it for DVD. Let's see. Gotta get it set right there. Okay, that's better. Sorry, mid-match. Haven't played in forever. Oh, I guess they're not there. I guess they took off. They've got some pretty quick healing, though. These are untouched. How about this one over here? They're working on this one. Got it. I see. So this is how they're healing so quick. Snuff tone. Really stupid that I had to sacrifice a perk for that. Yeah, she's just gonna run to the most powerful loop. Look at that distance, man. Okay. I'll just keep going this way. I'm surprised they're not working on more stuff. Like, yeah, here we go. Now they're doing it. Are they just letting this one over here decay? Because that's odd, honestly, at the best of times. Yeah, see, this is just a stupid spot. It's got way too much for them to work with no effort whatsoever. Ah. I would love. Oh, I'm not worried about holding the pallets. That's because most of the pallets are gone. I'm more happy to just hold this position right here because I've got a triangle. I hate the freaking flight of the damn thing not working in any manner that makes sense. I should be able to destroy these outright. I don't know why that's still not a thing. Charge, please. Are they in a locker? Does the locker negate that? I guess I'm gonna have to check all of them. Just to make sure. I don't know how that works for lockers yet, so... Yeah, they're not here. Alright. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it then. At the end of it, they're just gonna finish that one way over there, and then they're gonna have to fight me for these three. Why have this set like this? Yeah.
joy.
If I can kill one of them, that'll be it. Got drinks, but no. What? I encourage your alcoholism in spirit. No alcoholism. Is this it for her? I can't remember. No.
I have just
They're really desperate to get that generator done. Oh, did you touch it? Thank you. If I was only a little closer. Okay, so they set up a totem. If I can just get one of them out, it'll be over. Picking up items and stuff like that. I should have set myself up with better perks. What I've done here is just handicap myself super hard. Yeah, they could work on these other gens. It wouldn't be that hard. They could also have this done already, like by a long shot. The only reason this generator is working for them, though, is legitimately because of how BS this spot is. Why? Why does this need to be here? Who thought that up? Who thought that was reasonable to just give them perfect cover across everything? Oh. It's like a double loop scenario where they have everything in their favor. I hate this kind of crap. Like, there's no sense in it. Thank you. They seem to be under the impression that I'm just going to chase them for eternity. When really all I need to do is down one of them and then I can start snowball effect. God, this is such a garbage map, man. I have to travel 5 miles to do literally anything. It gets old so fast. That one's blocked, apparently. I guess that's a new feature that I didn't know about. I got them 3 gen, so it literally comes down to if I can down someone or not. I gotta piss on that! Gotta piss on their thing! Yeah, and this is so stupid, man. It's not, this is not a fun thing to do. I don't want to have to chase somebody 40 freaking times over while they infinite heal. Is that penalizing me or them? And that never hits. That is literally the crappiest goddamn ability ever now. I knew it was bad when I saw the freaking bots avoiding it. So they can work on this, but I can't kick it. How is that reasonable in any regard? How is this fair? How is that fair in any regard? You think this is good for the game? I thought that was protecting me, protecting it for me. Like straight up, I thought I was the one getting a benefit from that. But no, it's just guarding it from being kicked by me for some stupid reason. If I was just a little bit closer. Why give them something like that? It's not hard to protect a generator. It's not hard to keep a generator pairing. Like at all. So why make it even easier? Ah, that's frustrating, man. Oh my god, a stupid map. A freaking mechanic that blocked me from kicking the generator for like 60 seconds at least? Why? Why do that? That is ridiculous. So you'll screw over the killer on being able to defend the generators, but you won't prevent them from just infinity healing? Shouldn't there be like a balance there? Like if you're gonna allow infinity healing, you shouldn't prevent me from kicking the generator a million times. And killed him without the hooks? No, I don't. I don't have anything like that. I can't in good conscience. Good game stuff like that. Like they didn't do anything bad. No, not at all. It just, that was so stupid. Do they have was that a perk they were using? What was that? Healing, opportunity, botany knowledge, and we'll make it. So just a healing build. Fast vaults, grunts of pain, silence, resilience. So just general speed boost, and then they move faster. And they had aura reading for bond, circle of healing, prove thyself for repair speed bonuses, and then fast vaults. Okay, so none of them had anything to do that. That's just ingrained in the game now for some stupid reason. Are the devs idiots? I'm surprised this game keeps freaking surviving at this rate. Like, that is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever seen them add into it. Because it doesn't really... Like, they got 3-gen by their own stupidity. Why are you giving them a get-out-of-jail-free card for no effort? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm at a loss. I shouldn't come back and try this game, and then the first thing I see is killers getting shafted completely on that front because some freaking kid just can't handle having their generator kicked, I guess. Holy crap, man. On top of that, I have like, on top of that, the most useless ability I have is the one that's supposed to injure people. And then I have Fly, which I should have been using there. That's a good one. He's got 3 good ones. 3 super useful ones with utility and stuff like that. But his one offensive one, the one I actually want to use, I can't angle or adjust or utilize in the manner that it's meant to be utilized at all. That's ridiculous. Who the heck thought that it was okay for it to just be ducked every time with no effort? It doesn't close enough of a gap by doing that. Man, these devs, they frustrate me, man. I didn't use them because I want to test out what I want to test out. I don't just want to use all 4 of my abilities immediately when I don't know how the character works very well. So, I went basic with it, and by going basic with it, I did fine. It wasn't me doing bad that was the issue. It wasn't me not catching people that was the issue. It was entirely just a combination of a bad map that everyone and their mother freaking hates that map. The Borgo's stupid. It should be, the size needs to be freaking halved, pretty much, for that map to be reasonable. And that generator, the only reason they broke that stalemate is literally that generator. That one freaking generator. If they're gonna make it, my point being, if they're gonna make it to where the generator gets completely blocked off for me kicking it, so I can't even slow down the generator anymore, which is basically a free win playing that way with them, that, like, most killers are going to lose that when it comes to that, when they can't kick the generator to slow things down anymore. I can't do my job to defend that generator. They're basically encouraging me to camp it and sit there for eternity, waiting for them to just give up at that point or go to a different generator. It's ridiculous. That's such a stupid mechanic to put in the game. If they're going to do something like that, then why aren't they doing something to prevent people from spam healing? If you're gonna allow, that's my point. That's the comparison here. Like, if I can continuously stop the generator, that's fine for them to be able to spam heal, I guess. Even though I really don't think either of those are really that great of a thing. But if they're gonna put a lock on the freaking generator where I stop being able to kick it at some point because I've been protecting the generator like you're supposed to in the game, then they shouldn't allow them to just run off, heal 50 times, and get no penalty for it. There's got to be some semblance of balance there. There's got to be a give and a take. Survivors can't just have all the cards there on that end, and then they just take away my only ability to slow them down. That's a base kit thing that I can do, so they just removed that from me basically permanently at one point, which means that no matter what, all the survivors have to do is continuously rotate around in circles, heal each other with the boon, which they've already got insane healing speed, and then I can't do anything about it. I literally can't do anything about that in that scenario. That was a very informed team too. As you saw, every single time they were doing something, they were running to extremely hard to run loops. They were running to the shack. They were running to that area over there that's got a huge long run. They were running to the other building over there that has the upstairs and the bottom pallet and everything like that. They were running to extremely strong loops that I can't do anything about unless I dedicate way too much time to them. So it's either I give up on the chase on there, or I continue to chase them, and then I lose that, and I maybe get one kill, and it's just not, it's not balanced. That's really, really a bad move, and I don't know. That really doesn't make me want to play, because I get punished for doing the job that I'm supposed to do as a killer. That's not a good way to start this, man. That's really such an awful way for this to start. Like, it was running same old up until that point, and then all of a sudden there's that. And it's just... Ugh. Disagree on what? You want to continuously have infinite heals, but the killer's not allowed to kick the gens? Is that what you're asking for? No, it should be fun on both sides, Pwn. It should definitely be fun on both sides. Like, I don't think either side should have infinite resources. I really don't. No, it's like the survivor has infinite healing, infinite this, infinite that, and the killer has infinite this and infinite that, and it just creates those wars of attrition. They need to do something fundamentally to fix that, so that's not an issue in the first place, and instead, they just slap a band-aid on it and call it good! You know, general stuff like that just infuriates me and takes away any joy that I can have with this game anymore. It's just not fun. I'm gonna make a weird build. This one's stupid. I can't find a way to make this one sound good to me. I don't hate it. The vault speed's good, but unless you're going pure vault speed with like fired up and stuff like that, it's just not gonna work well if you ask me. Being blinded longer is always a bad thing. Now, if I was playing Lightborn Wraith, that would be a funny one to run. Did an item be searched up? I didn't say the boon. I didn't say anything about the boon. I didn't say anything about the boon at all. I don't know what you're on about. I said having infinite heals while taking away my ability to stop the generator is the problem. I didn't say anything about the healing speed. And I also said, again, I was having perfectly fine time downing people. I do not know what you're getting at. I'm saying they only won the war of attrition that we had going because I was no longer allowed to kick the generator by the game. That's what I'm getting at. But if they're going to take away my ability to kick the generator, they should take away the ability for the survivors to heal. Because that's the comparability thing here. Either if the survivors can just infinitely heal and harry me to death, they still have the war of attrition going. But I can't kick the generator to keep it going on my end. So I'm literally just screwed, but they're allowed to consistently just run away and heal across the map. And that's especially bad on maps like the Borgo that are insanely large. So there's just an infinite cycle of doing that. But if this is just going to turn into an argument thing and stuff like that, I'm just going to stop here. Because I'm not going to deal with this, honestly. It's not worth it. I'm going to try Franklin's. What does Forger do? 2 additional chests. Oh, that's when they pick up items. Little attentive to disturbance stockpiles. Survivors reveal their location when they interact with the chest. Pick up an item within 32 meters of your location. Isn't that the same thing? Dropped items have their R's revealed. No, that's dropped items. Suffer oblivious status for 30 seconds. Do I have any other thing that can apply oblivious? I could do plaything. The Alien Queen? The only thing that changed there, Bunny, was literally me being locked out. The only thing that was different in that run, besides Vecna himself, was me getting locked out of generators. Nothing was different there. It was the same game that I've played since way back when. None of that was any different than I was expecting. They even had all the same perks. They didn't have any new perks or anything like that. It was all exactly the same. The only thing that was different from the way the game played before was me playing Vecna. And even with me playing Vecna, it took them 2 seconds to completely negate one of my most powerful abilities because I can't adjust the angle up or down. There's the Alien Queen. If that answers your question.
What secrets does this realm hold?
Hunting, sacrifice, devious. I imagine devious applies to all my abilities. I'll try that. See what that one does. Let's see. Increases the distance of Flight of the Damned. All Flight of the Damned doesn't even need anything to modify it. It legitimately just needs to be able to be angled like the orb. Are they scared that me hitting people with it's going to cause problems? Just double its cooldown. That's all they need to do. Double its cooldown. Let me use it like the shotgun that it's meant to be. But that's the whole point of it. If they can just duck underneath it, it's literally useless. It takes like no effort. Survivors revealed by a dispelling sphere. Killer instinct effects lasts 3 seconds longer. Duration of fly. Increases the size and its movement speed by 10%. Honestly, I like the dispelling sphere the most. I think that one's the most effectively useful. Because you just launch that thing in a direction. It works similarly to Crow Lady's burbs. It does a good job. I don't really have any good ones, though, at this point. At least not anything that I want to use specifically. What is that? Shattered Hope! Did they upgrade it? Okay, did they upgrade this perk? Let me see. To capture your prey was first extinguished. I don't care about that. That's flavor text. Whenever you snuff a boon totem, the totem is destroyed instead. When you destroy a boon totem this way, the aura of all survivors inside the boon totem range are revealed to you for 6 seconds. So no, it's the same thing it's always been. I can't justify a perk slot for that. I'll take Knockout that I'll never use. I have a ring! And I'm already out of juice. I'm already completely out of juice. So plaything. When I hook people, that will curse them. That will use my totems, and that will. Wait, no, that they'll be able to bless them. I keep forgetting that people can just bless them over my curse, over my hex, and then hoarder will add more chests. Actually, you know what? Do I have something else for Oblivious? I feel like Vecna would probably work pretty well being cunning, being sneaky, being powerful at coming around corners and stuff like that and catching people off guard. That might work pretty well for this. Hex that lashes out upon destruction. Those who crush will be punished. Any survivor interacting with a dull or hex totem will suffer from Oblivious. If any hex totem is removed, including this one, the aura of all survivors are revealed for 15 seconds. I remember using this one too, so I can apply Oblivious with that. Injured by any means, all injured survivors suffer from Oblivious. I don't have any way to keep people injured, but if I could keep that going with Hysteria, that would be really nice as well. We'll try this. And hopefully get a map that isn't absolutely massive like that. I definitely should have been using Fly and Mage Hand, though. At least trying them out. I don't know. That's one of the things I was talking about when it came to Vecna, is that he is going to have a much higher skill ceiling due to the amount of things that he's using. Mage Hand is used, reveal the aura of affected pallets and applies haste for 3 seconds. Treasure chest can be found around the map. Contain magic items, survivors, equip, boots and gauntlets. The Interloper reveals the aura of Flight of the Damned. Makes the Spelling Sphere visible. Reveals the Lich aura during Fly for a few seconds. You know, another cool way to do it, if they don't want to allow me to make Flight of the Damned if they don't want to allow me to angle it, let me launch it across the map or something. And then outside of a set distance, outside of the base distance for it, which is what, like, I don't know, maybe 8 meters? Then that's where it stops doing damage, and instead it just reveals and slows them for a little bit. Something like that, like a 2-second aura read and then a hinder effect of 5% for like 5 seconds. That would be pretty cool. There are just so many ways they could make that work without it being absolutely broken, and they didn't. They were like, nah, sorry, you can only shoot this above people's heads. You're not allowed to hit them with it. Because a wind-up's plenty long enough for people to just be like, you know what, I'm going to duck. Look, I know I'm only complaining. Where are we at? Oh, we're at Snowland. The one that's super open. Crap. That's a bad luck roll. They'll see me coming from a mile away, so being oblivious doesn't matter at all. She's already oblivious. All right, she's just not aware of anything related to Vecna. That's what that tells you. Gonna hit anybody with that? What if they're all over there? Oh, hi. Did I get noobs now?
Beyond
And I still got the hit! I'm gonna let him get her off there.
joy.
Oh, I was so close! What? Oh! I still got it. Yep. That was close. Really? You're just gonna run up behind me like I can't hear you?
Perhaps this will do.
Oh, there you are. Are you really that... That's something. I really don't want to hook her because, I mean, she's... Like, that's just a... Oh, is it two different Michaelas? Hopefully it's two different Michaelas. Drop the pallet for me. Ooh, blind. She doesn't duck. That's literally the only reason she's going down. Yeah, these guys are a far cry worse than the other people I was playing against. I feel kind of bad for them. The difference is pretty obvious. I'm sure they're probably in a corner somewhere, maybe over there healing up. There's like a level of predictability that a lot of people have. And a level of lack of awareness that a lot of people also have. And that's what I'm getting right here. It's just pure lack of awareness of what's going on around them. Which is kind of wild for a TTV to be that unaware of what's happening. Dressed for that weather? No, I don't think any of them were really are too dressed for that weather. And there's the obvious prediction thing. Hi. How are you doing? Yeah, I'll let you have it. It's fine. Thank you. That's all I wanted. Now I got a pallet out of the way. See if we can get a tag on that. No one working on it? Is it this one?
Brigands.
Brigands? Why'd you put your crap out here in the first place then? Are they screwing up healing? Yeah? That's what they're doing. Why did that grab her? I don't understand. You're out of time, sorry. Good try. Good try. I don't know if this is our last hook or not. I haven't been paying attention. Is someone actually working on that one now, or is that just going? That was stupid of me. I walked right under that pallet. Oh, okay, that was it for her.
Life slips away.
Yeah, that mage hand's pretty good. I should have been using it, like I said. Ooh, a dead heart. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Should I finish them out? Oh, you're aware now. Good on you. You're actually paying a little attention. That was not a good run. That was not a good run. I'll give you credit, though. They cut too hard into the shack. There's so much open space on this map. It's both a blessing and a curse for survivors. Why are you... Why? Alright, I'm gonna kick your generator now. Your friend will probably get out. Are they gonna blind me? No, they're probably just gonna abandon. That seems like the most likely scenario. I don't blame them. This situation calls for it.
By which to watch them wither.
Maybe they're in the middle. If I can catch them outright. The fly thing just makes me move across the map quicker. It's very it's good, but also with the delay on it, I don't know actually how much time it actually gets me. But it likely gets you a good amount of time.
I have just the thing.
Oh. That was a good attempt. They tried to juke me out there and it just didn't work. I feel kind of bad for these guys. That was definitely a huge skill gap issue there. I'm going to give them the hatch. I don't like to do this because it gives people an unnecessarily big head that somebody has to give them a freebie. But I feel like this one calls for it, honestly. Especially with the situation as it is, they weren't anywhere near as strong of players as the last group. So I think that it shouldn't have put me up against them just because I lost one match. Is that it? No, that's a picnic table. No luck? Nothing? Ah, there it is. Here you go. Move through. Yeah, I know you can move through vaults and objects and stuff like that. I just don't know how much distance it actually gains. What were we up against? Finesse, Adrenaline, Lithe, Meta, Soul Guard, Tenacity, BT, Babysitter, Dead Heart, Iron Will, Resilience, and Bond. That was a cruel play. Off the Record, Unbreakable, Borrowed Time, and Babysitter. Is Babysitter strong now? Is that what's going on here? So, when you unhook a survivor, they won't leave scratch marks or pools of blood. They gain a 10% haste status effect for 30 seconds. Ah! So, that's a thing that happens a lot, and one of the biggest problems that I have with Opponent is that, if it happens to someone consistently, they build this, like, mental thing in their head where they think that they're owed it. There's a lot of squads that I've run up against who think that they're owed being let out. They think that the killer owes letting one of them out at the end of the match, which isn't the case. That also goes towards killers as well. There's a lot of negative behaviors on killers. Like tunneling and camping is definitely something that I imagine is still very prevalent in this, considering how little feels like it's actually changed. All these new mechanics and stuff they put in here don't really seem to have changed the game. They just punish people, and because they keep punishing people with stuff, it just makes those behaviors more prevalent, I guess I should say. They should make them less efficient instead. Like, tunneling and camping should be significantly less efficient than it is, so that people will be more willing to actually explore the map and hunt down survivors. Which is why the pace of the game and stuff like that is so wrecked. But I'm not really seeing much that's convinced me this game's turned any different than what it was before. What is this? Is my alarm on? My alarm is.
I will play my role for now.
It's interesting to be back on this after a while, though. What does that do? Increases vault speed for 8 seconds after casting Mage Hand on an upright pallet. That's way too specific. Just increase my vault speed by 10% for 8 seconds after casting Mage Hand. That's super. That's a super simple way to do that. That doesn't need to be specifically upright pallets or anything like that. What is this garbage? I don't want Vigo's blueprint. No one cares about Vigo's blueprint. Raven Feather? The fly spell. Increases the distance of flight of the damned. I don't feel like anything increasing the distance or anything like that's really going to make Flight of the Damned any better. It's way too easy to counter. Let me angle it. Let me angle it, increase its cast time, and or increase its cooldown by a good while. Like, if making me angle it, if allowing me to angle it makes it too strong, change the either change the amount of times that I can utilize it for its shotgun effect, or change it. Oh, I get what you're saying, Pone. I get how you feel about that. It's not like that, though. It's more of a courtesy that's given to survivors. It's like if you think somebody that's played really, really well, and you just happen to get them at the last second or something like that was totally luck that I caught them before they found the hatch. They could have very easily found the hatch before I got them. It just happened that it spawned behind both of us, and we just ended up crossing paths. But yeah, it's more of a courtesy that you give to people when you think they either played well or you feel like, in my case right there, I felt bad for them because there was definitely a level of skill gap there. It was just completely getting steamrolled for most of the match. But yeah. Casting Mage Hand grants haste. I might try the Boots of Speed, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, the Boots of Speed, considering how effective Mage Hand was there, and see, that's a more powerful effect than the other thing that we were just looking at that affects the Mage Hand as well. What was it? What was that other thing we were looking at? It was like you cast. Yeah, the ring, right here. Ring of Telekinesis. Increases vault speed by 10% for 8 seconds after casting Mage Hand on an upright pallet. Why? Honestly, I don't know why this is tied to Mage Hand. This should be tied to one of the other spells. It should be tied to like it should be tied to the spells that you're more likely to use offensively in the chase rather than using to lock up a pallet. Because if you're locking up the pallet and everything like that, unless they're directly in front of another vault for a window or something, you're not going to vault within 8 seconds most of the time. It just doesn't have any real use. And the fact that it requires an upright pallet as well means that it's used even less. Meanwhile, this one, you just cast Mage Hand, you get 5% haste for 2 seconds. That's huge. That's a huge buff.
Intriguing.
That mitigates all of the slowdown that it gives you. Survivors revealed Dispelling Orb, Killer Instinct effect. I wish I had more interesting things to work with. I like the idea of this one, but you either hit somebody or you don't hit somebody and they're right in front of you because it's a shotgun blast. Distance of flight of damage. Fly spell. Mage Hand holds a pallet up for 0.5 seconds. Yeah, let's go for a Mage Hand setup. That's working pretty well. I like that. Bread! What about bread? What kind of bread? Are we talking about rye bread? I'm gonna assume it's rye bread. I'm gonna assume it's a rye bread bun with honey butter on it. And that's what I'm gonna run with, okay? I do like this build, though. Being able to apply Oblivious to everybody and stuff like that consistently is always a good trick. And even though that map was super open, they didn't hear me coming 90% of the time. So they had to get super paranoid, and they just got super paranoid too late. Hey, Lobster. Maybe rye bread. Maybe amped up honey butter rye bread. I'm going to be honest with you, Lobster. I'm not impressed so far. I thought by this point in time, maybe they would have done things a little bit better, but it still feels almost exactly the same. There's a few things I've seen them do over time that have improved the game. I'm not gonna tell them they're doing zero good, but they always take 2 steps forward and then like 3 steps back. It seems to be right back there. So they've got a mechanic in here now that if you catch the survivors in a 3-gen. After a certain point, if you keep kicking a generator, it just blocks you from kicking that generator for an extended period of time. I don't know if it's permanently, I don't know if it's temporary or what, but that's stupid. That's like telling me I'm not allowed to defend the generator. I'm gonna give this build another go. That did give me a lot of aura read. I'm sure they hate Franklin's, though. I'm pretty sure somebody out here is just screaming about Franklin's. Franklin's Vecna. His new stat block? What stats he running, Lobster? He's only a challenge rating 26. That seems low for a god. Oh, what do I know, though? I haven't really paid attention to challenge rating. Ah! So I'm right, then. His challenge rating's too low. Underpowered for someone who's supposed to be like a multiversal threat. Well, maybe he's a multiversal threat because he keeps harassing people and stealing stuff. Maybe it's his intellect is the issue, rather than his raw power. I could see that. He is like a god of secrets and junk, so maybe he's just so good at manipulating things that he can cause severe problems. Oh, I'm in Hawkins. I forgot they brought this map back. Where am I? Where's my mouse? Mouse, come back. Give me my mouse back. Now, who am I gonna come across? Who am I gonna run across first? This seems like it's just one giant line. Well, that was a waste. This Leon's my favorite now. He doesn't get to die. Hi. How are you? Perfect time for the game to allow me to... Oh, I grabbed the wrong one.
What tool to unravel them?
Hi! I got that. I got that cut off there. That worked really well for me. New adventure actively nerfs the players by not giving them magic items, so he's more of a threat. Oh. I'm gonna give them one chance.
From the dark.
I'm gonna give them one chance. I gave them one chance. They keep pointing at me. They keep being a dick at it. And they're gonna get put on a hook. This match is just garbage. I'm not even after anyone in particular. Yo! Rude! 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 I don't break your totems! This is a good map for the kind of build I'm running, to be fair. So they're in kind of a little bit of a rough spot. And as Vecna, I'm kind of gross and I float.
Sacrifice.
I'm gonna leave on that one. I don't know how I feel about that. Dang. That lockdown. That was so stupid! And I hit Leon and it went straight through and They're screwed though. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. They're screwed. I'm only letting Leon out because Leon amused me for some reason. I feel bad for the other person though, because they're dead. They're just gonna die on hook because nobody could save them. They're not even struggling, they've just given up. This match turned into garbage. Yeah! No, you don't get to die, Leon. You're at my whims. I got an Achievo!
Your life slips away.
It wasn't supposed to happen. I swung around Michaela. I swung around Michaela specifically to stop him from healing. And it hit her. Because the hitboxes, for some reason in this game, are behind the freaking survivors. Which is why you get so many weird situations like that.
Arcane secrets.
Let's just get this over with. I just want to get this over with. This Leon works for me. Maybe they could save that. I don't know if that was like a rainbow map or something. As much as I detest those things. Is there like a thing here? We're all just chilling and then chase music starts. Where's this hatch? I hate this. It can't be upstairs. Ah, here we go. I see what you're saying, Lobster. I'm sorry, I got absorbed in that match. Look, that was just the most messed up start to a match I've seen in my entire life. I felt bad for them. Leon was AFK, and even still then, after dropping a pallet, decided to play around for a bit. So I go, what? I called it, you know what, I'll let him out. I'll let him free. They really got crap XP out of it and everything anyway, so. I got less than them though, I guess I can't talk. The Jane was insanely unlucky, ran into me a million times and died instantaneously. Alari, same thing. I feel like this person just gave up on me initially and then thought that they could play it off. And, I don't know, that rubbed me the wrong way, I guess. So I didn't want to let them live. Meanwhile, when it came down to Leon, Leon was just screwing around the entire time, so I figured why not. Toxic? I don't like people who, like, give up. I could be wrong, too. Maybe they didn't give up. Maybe they were just, like, done with it. But they just kind of sat there and were like, oh. When I trapped them behind there, I tried to let them out and everything like that. They just stood there basically giving up, trying to get me to hit them and stuff. And that's where I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. That feels odd. That feels like you just don't... I don't know why you're playing the game if you're just going to give up, pretty much, is how that came off to me. Like, if you're going to just quit immediately without even trying, why are you playing the game? Pearl Power. Reduces remaining cooldowns of all your spells by 5 seconds each time you land a basic attack. That one's super good. I was using that against bots, and that was fun. Because then you can cast your like, better spells. Not better spells. You can cast your spells a lot more often. You report me all you want. I didn't do nothing wrong. If you reported me, actually, I think you'd probably get the Leon in trouble. Because technically, they were working with me against their team in that regard. Which would, depending on your interpretation of the situation. I didn't do nothing. I was taking people down left and right. They were my obsession. Maybe not in game, but they were the obsession at the moment. I blame Lobster. It's Lobster's fault. You're not in here playing the twins with me, and therefore I have to be violent. Level 73 Claudette. That's an interesting one. 3, a 2, a Claudette, and then whoever the heck, it's a Felix. Level 30. We'll see what happens. That's an IHOP napkin. I didn't even get to use this. These were wasted. Let's go for the distance. And we'll try out the extra killer instinct. That way I'm using things that I have a lot of. Another thing that they do frequently is there's certain add-ons they want you to use, which is basically screams, if you want me to use these add-ons, why didn't you just make them the base kit? Why didn't you just put them in the base kit? Like, I don't understand the reason of having these add-ons that you give me insane amounts of so that I use them every single match. If you're going to do that, you might as well just put them in the base kit. Then Lobster couldn't complain about being spooked. I gotta have Lobster on the other end of that. And then I'll just do one of my Oblivious builds and stuff like that. Lobster, you gotta play against me, but I'll be the Wraith. Again, I got the worst. This map is so stupid. It doesn't need to exist. After all this time, they just keep this map here for some unknown reason. It's way too big. It's big, it's ugly, it's not well designed. It has so many flaws with its spawning mechanic that it stacks freaking things constantly. Okay, sure. Don't mess with me. You try and loop me on a pallet like a dick, I'm just gonna stab you. Going right here. I'm about to camp you out. Oh, they're definitely working on that. They went immediately for the save. They really wanted to rush that generator. Don't mess with me. Don't cause me problems. You're gonna make them all oblivious. Oblivious. Wow, look at that heal speed. You went right for it immediately. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb of me. They're having a bad time! But they got one person who's just rushing gens in the background. So I really need to actually do something about that.
You pay for this.
Now that I'm getting a hold of the skill ceiling... There's the revive. Don't hurt the Goth Queen. It's too late for that.
Joy comes from the dark.
Where you running? Yeah, they just had this person who was spamming gens. And you got hit. Good attempt. I can respect that. I'm still not 100% sure how that didn't blind me. But we'll see.
A suitable sacrifice.
Why can't I pick you up? I'm not sure what's going on with that Dawn person, but I don't think they dropped their flashlight when I smacked them, and I'm running Franklin's.
Endless archive.
Why? I guess you got maybe a self-pickup? Decisive? No decisive? Weird? Weird decision? Did they miss their decisive? Too late for that. Good try though. Why? Why do they do that with this game, man? It's infuriating. Okay, this is just another one of those really crappy BS loops. Thank you! Yeah, it just turns into this every time on this map, which is the problem. I hate that. I hate that with a passion, man. Ugh.
I wish to watch them.
Ooh, that may be the worst decision you could make. Yeah, I think you're dead here. Yep. Come on, I can make that. And they kick that generator. And now they're both injured. Well, no, only one of them is.
From the dark.
Yeah. Just the infinity run through this stupid area. Ooh, I missed it. Oh, you stopped. Bad decision. Dead hard? Of course. No one's working on that one for some reason. Which means they have to get these two. This split here. Odd. Why'd I get stuck on that? Kick! And now it's perma-blocked because, you know, that's a good mechanic. Oh, it's not perma-blocked. Why is it not perma-blocked this time? Why was it perma-blocked last time? Got him. Are they giving up? Why are they struggle? Yeah, I was gonna say, you have a chance here. You have a pretty good chance, actually. Is she working on this one, or is she working on the far one? She's working on the far one, okay. No? Do they not know the far one exists? They're just letting them decay now. Thank you. Nope. I know what you're doing. I mean, if you want to do this, then... You deserve to die for trying to do that. Like, you deserve to die. 100%, you deserve to die for that one.
Your life slips away.
You got a struggle effect? Nope, none of that.
Your time draws near.
They're trying shenanigans all over the place. Whew! That was a rough one, though. That was definitely a rough one. Once they started synergizing and trying to get not the pallet. They kept trying to get the boons out of the way to try and avoid Oblivious. That started making it a lot harder to keep them pinned down because they could hear my terror radius again. That freaking crap with the locker at the end there, though, lowballing. I'm pretty sure what they were trying to do is probably stack a dead heart out of the locker. I don't know if they still had their dead heart from that, though. So maybe not. They could have also just been trying to be a dick. People like to do that.
This
We all do it from time to time.
familiar.
I'm gonna take Hoarder. I'll take these for blood juice too. The crystal balls. Okay. What do these do? Fly to the damn distance. I mean, that's okay, I guess. I don't know. Just let me angle it. I just want perks. That one's okay. I like that one a little bit. Let's see. There's the lantern. That gives a... that one's not really that necessary either. You can get aura read on people in a million different ways without having to waste that. I don't want the Mori, though! I don't care about the Mori! Just as soon as I say I don't care about the Mori, it throws Ebony's at me. Oh, that's such a ridiculous one, too. Oh, man, if I would have had Spirit Fury there, I would have got that. Break the pallet. You still suffer from the stun, but it just breaks the pallet. I like this perk. I honestly do. I would only run it really with Enduring, though. Just that way you can take a massive advantage of it. Was that's new. Staff of Withering. Dispelling Sphere causes the exhausted status effect for 20 seconds of survivors who enter its radius. That's really good. Like, that's super good. I'm gonna cut that off. I want that one. Blood Warden or Thwack. After hooking a survivor, the next breakable wall or pallet you break will make them scream and reveal their auras for 4 seconds. Yeah, I can use that. Not on Vecna, but, you know. And of course, there's a fly in here! What time is it? Dude, that match was not that long. Who? I don't know this. I don't know this person. I don't know who that was or why. A glass eye. Increases the size of spelling sphere by 2 meters and its movement speed by 10. That's pretty good. You know what they should have done? You know what they should have done with his add-ons and stuff like that? They should have had a like a setup like this. So just for example's sake. So he's got 15 here. They could have had 6 of them be universal buffs that work for all of his spells. They could have had 3 of them. They could have had like another 6 of them be like specialized. For actually another 8 of them. Actually, that would work fine. So my brain is just squishy right now. Sorry, guys. And what I'm trying to get at is they could have had 6 perk items, 6 add-on items that work to buff all of his spells by small amounts and stuff like that. Like the Jack of all trades, Master of none style with it. And then they could have had 2 for each specific spell that would be very precise with what they do to those particular spells. Would give them very powerful effects, but only affect those particular spells, meaning that the others are going to be less used in that regard. And then have the extra stuff just be like the overpowered things like the iridescence and stuff like that would be really cool to see. Anyways, I'm gonna take a short break here. I won't be able to get into the next match in time. I would have to stop playing the match like midway through. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut the AC off a little bit early today and take a quick break. So I'll be right back. And for once, I made this, and I don't feel like I use it ever. So I'm going to put this back up here because, you know, I put all that work into it, and then I never use it. have returned. Nope. I have forgotten my door cover, flap cover. I need to get a better one of these. Like the threads for the Velcro that keeps the freaking thing on the door is already framed. So I guess I'm gonna have to pay significantly more. I only paid like $30 for that though, so that's my fault. And now I'm trying to eat my hair. I'm debating getting all this chopped off. It's become very cumbersome, especially with like with the ceiling still being out, like for the most part and everything like that. It's become very cumbersome just to keep freaking clean. I'm just gonna reject this one on principle. You know what you did. Ooh, that's the achievement I got. Injure a survivor with a basic attack within 15 seconds of casting a spell 25 times. How is that hard for people? Like not in a rude way, but you should, like, once you get Vecna down, once you play Vecna a little bit, you're gonna be casting spells pretty much all the time, right? They give you a whole 15 seconds. Maybe he has like only a handful of people playing the game with him. That could be it. That would make a lot of sense, actually. Let's see. Vault speed for 8 seconds after casting Mage Hand on an upright pallet. That's the one that I don't know if that's going to be useful or not. Decreases the cooldown of all spells for 4 seconds. By 4 seconds. That one's super useful, just in general. I don't know why I haven't been using that one. The Ring of Spell Storing. And then, great item, by the way, for anyone who doesn't play D&D. The Ring of Spell Storing is basically a free spell slot. It's very great. Love the item. One of the ones that makes me the most happy when I play any kind of spellcaster class is being able to have more spells. Especially if you play slot style. Like, the original was always slots. Like, you only had so many spells you could cast because you only had so many slots per spell level. The way this works, I think it works on up to level like up to level 4s, something like that, 3, 4, something like that. Look, I don't know. I'm talking out my arse right now, but I like D&D, okay? That's why I like Vecna. Sorta. I kind of wish that he had Fireball. I do kind of wish that he had Fireball. And the solution to not take damage from Fireball was the teabag for a little bit. So it doesn't do direct damage when it hits you, but it lights you on fire. And if you don't teabag a little while to cool yourself off to put the fire out, then it just burns you and you take 1 damage and then it injures you and it goes away. They could have added a whole new status effect with burn and all kinds of stuff. It would have been great. I'll keep that. What was the other one that I was thinking of? Yeah, the Pearl of Power is also a really good one that would have worked with this. This is what I was running against bots. I was running the Pearl of Power stacked with the Ring of Spell Storing. And the combination between these two means that you can cast spells as much as you possibly want, for the most part. Because, I mean, you've got to be getting basic attacks, right? If you're not getting basic attacks, then... well, you're screwed. That's pretty much it. Because your only other source of damage is a spell that they can just, you know, crawl around on the floor and avoid. So, yeah, there's that. They did pick weird spells, if you ask me. Like, for Vecna... I guess those make sense. Three out of 4 of them make sense. Mage Hand, I don't feel like is something that Vecna would use. I feel like he would use something like Disintegrate, Fireball, you know, the ones that are just going to completely destroy anything that looks at him, or a bunch of buffs. Ooh, buffs would have been cool in this. Let's see, yeah, I'm gonna switch up the build. I've been stuck on this one too long, but I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna keep that one because I actually really like the Oblivious build. That sounds like a bell to me, and it catches my attention every single time. I'm rambling now. I'm in my own little world. That'll work. about to block you. I'm about to block you. Let's see. What kind of build do I want to run? I tried a chase build at one point. I don't know. I think I'm gonna try a chase build. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try an actual like chase build with this. So we'll go for haste. I feel like I swing way too much for play with your food to be viable. Rapid brutality could work. It's all about mind gaming with Vecna, so being able to flat chase isn't really going to be that necessary. You should be ending chases quickly if you can manage it in general. So, obsessed with one survivor. When your obsession is hooked, gain undetectable for 5. We could do a hook build too. I did really want to try play with your food. That's the one that I used when I was working with this before, and it you can't keep tokens. With Vecna not having a way to apply exposed, you can't really keep your tokens too well. Like it. And it would also drain due to every single spell he casts because those all count as a special attack. So it doesn't matter what you want to do with Vecna, you're just casting so many spells and stuff like that just for mobility and various other things and information so that you get in a situation where you cast a Dispelling Orb that does no damage whatsoever and it immediately drains your token for play with your food. It's just not going to work. When blinded by any means, gain 10% haste for 10 seconds. There's a lot of blinding going on. I can try that. And then... not Oblivious. What else sounds good, guys? Any ideas? I would like to be speed, but I also need some way to really just keep a status effect going. I could go with the classic Sloppy Butcher if I really want to. Sloppy Butcher. So I'm thinking the first match that I played, maybe that generator bugged. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe that generator bugged out, and that's why it was like that. Because it stayed permanently unable for me being unable to kick it. But that one there, it was only unable to be kicked every like 5 to 10 seconds. So if that's the way it works, where it just slows down me kicking it repeatedly, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was. Just the way that it was working out made it seem like I was going to be screwed over no matter what I did. I still don't really agree with that being added in as a mechanic. Survivors shouldn't have their hand held when it comes to dealing with stuff like that. They should work around it. All the survivors that we've run into so far, the biggest mistake they've made is that they just keep working on the same generator. They keep forcing that one generator instead of making me work on all 3 of them simultaneously. It's like when there was 2 over here and there's 1 over there way across the map. Have somebody work on that one, have somebody harry me on these 2. Then you're done. There's no way I can keep up with that. The amount of travel time back and forth would slowly get you the generator as it is. That's just a tip for anybody who wants to play Survivor or who gets pissy about being 3-gen. Just, you got to work as a team, getting all of them done. That's the whole point of teamwork. It's the whole point of the game's team-based play. I don't know what to take here. I don't know what to fill this last slot with. I don't just want to go back to basics. Wait, what? When you hook a survivor that is not the obsession becomes exposed for 20 seconds and reveals their aura for 10. When you hook the obsession, another random survivor screams and reveals their position and becomes the obsession. That's actually just kind of good in general. That's way stronger than I feel like it needs to be. Okay, you hook somebody that's not the obsession. The obsession becomes exposed for 20 seconds and reveals their aura. You always have information on the obsession. The obsession is vulnerable to a 1 down. and then it switches the obsession the moment you hook them. So you can rotate the obsession however you want and cause a lot of problems. An obsession build would be fun with that. Retribution, no. I can't use these. I can't use those for Oblivious. I love Oblivious, okay? Oblivious is one of my favorite status effects. Because people not hearing your terror radius means a lot. Like, means a massive amount. Exit lockers suffer exposed for 30 seconds and scream revealing their location for 4 seconds. Oh, did they add aura read on this? Or does this just reveal them with the scream again? I'm actually curious about that. Also, let me check something really quick here. Let me reload this, just in case. You're all being awfully quiet. It's making me suspicious. Okay, it is caught up. I'm only suspicious because it broke. The chat broke on me the other day, and I was scared that it broke again. And I've just been screaming at everybody, and everybody's like wondering why I'm not talking directly to them. Mad Grit, make your choice, no way out. I don't know what to take here. I genuinely don't know what to take here. 10% haste. I'm pretty sure that Lightborn would block Shadowborn. Oh, there's the alarm for that. Any survivors within your terror radius, while those survivors put in the dying state will scream or reveal their location to you for 6 seconds. Merciless Storm. Mindbreaker? Let's see. While repairing generators, survivors are afflicted by blindness and exhausted. Any existing exhausted status effect timers are paused while survivors repairing a generator. After ending their repair action, the survivors afflicted by the blindness and the exhausted status effects for an extra 5 seconds. That could be a good one. Monitor and abuse. No way out. So if this works in my favor, say I have a perfect scenario. I gain 10% from that. I gain another 5% from that. And then immediately upon hitting them, I gain another 5%, which makes me move at 102, which makes me move at 135, I think. How fast are you, Vecna? Vecna, are you slow? Where do I check that? I forgot where to check that. I genuinely forgot where to check that. Oh, there's their bio. Okay, yeah. 4.6 meters. So that is 115%. And that would mean we move 135. I'm mathing, guys. I'm doing math. I could do save the best for last. Hit the obsession with the basic attack. I lose 2 tokens. Yeah, why not? Let's go for pure speed recovery, I guess. We'll give it a go. This is always going to be a weird one. This gives me no slowdown. It gives me no benefit to actually preventing anything else from happening. I'm just fast and I stab things. Hey, Prestige 100. What the heck's behind his neck? Oh, I can't view it. I'm sad now. You guys ready? Are we good to go? I'm gonna miss Franklin's this match, I can tell. I got 2 flashlight rounders, a healer, and a gen rusher. So it's gonna be an interesting match. They're well rounded. Not gonna end well for me. I'm probably gonna lose this one. This will probably be the one that we lose. We got a draw on that other one. This will probably be the one that just goes out. Whoa! A couple super cakes! It's all blood juice. I may bank off this one. We'll see. We'll see how serious if they take it super serious. You know, it's like a 50-50 shot. They either take it overly serious or they don't take it seriously at all. Like, and not in a bad way. They just don't take it seriously at all. They either take it too serious and they end up getting minimal blood points comparatively speaking, or they take it not serious enough and they.
You will pay for this.
Yo, what game?
Manipulate.
Nope. Good run though. Did I hear somebody? Hey, I'm up here. There's a save. Here's the other two.
Decisions.
No, he escaped. Oh, they're touching this one. Is that a rat? That gives way too much time.
I have just
They're getting really far, really easy. Why do you keep running into me like that? I'm not even after that person. I don't want to just like finish them out. I really don't, but I guess that's gonna happen. Bad timing. Is this their last one? No, this is only their second one. They'll be fine.
be my eyes.
Yo, why is he so fast? Why is he so fast, actually? There's no freaking way he's that much faster than everybody else. Okay. Alright then. I have a build that's centered around speed, and they're outrunning me. Like, they're actually outrunning me a lot more. See, that makes sense because I was blinded, but still.
Joy.
It's going okay-ish. It's about exactly what I expected, to be honest. Like, there's some super suspicious stuff going on with a couple people, but, you know, that's about par for the course. This match immediately, like, I'm getting red flags here. Also, they rushed that super hard for no reason. All that does is penalize them. They're going to get less blood points overall than they would make otherwise. Yeah, that's pointless. I missed that. Why'd that break? Why'd that break? Why'd that fly break? What the hell? That's actually stupid. Not really. Honestly. If you want my honest answer, no, I'm not really having fun. It's literally exactly the same. There's nothing changed here. It's either completely broken one way, or it's completely broken the other. I don't know, I'm calling something a little, like, sketchy there, the way they were moving, unless there's a new perk. Like, unless there's a new perk in here, they were moving very quickly. I don't know, that's just me, that's my guess. I haven't seen someone yet who running in a straight line who was running that fast out of nowhere.
I will play.
Fly spell pass through any vault location, blocks the location for survivors for 45 seconds. Lowers the number of spectral entities created by Fly the Damned by 3 and makes them fly lower to the ground. Oh, okay. So you literally nerfed Fly to the Damned just so you could put something stupid like this in here. This is the laziest crap I've seen in my life. Like, holy. Just make the actual spell good. This is frustrating, man. Like, I'm not even worried about that match. I was expecting to lose inevitably, but... Why do they feel the need to handicap stuff like this? Like... I go in there, they make an ability that seems like it could be cool on paper, and then they just take a sledgehammer to his knees. Take a sledgehammer right to its knees and call it good. Yeah, but Bunkin, it's Like, I've said this, and I know I'm a broken record at this point. You guys are probably annoyed with it, but it's exactly what I expected it to stay as. It hasn't changed, really. There's a few minor things that are slightly different, but they're not different enough to actually change how the game plays. They're just different enough to be I guess, a little bit on the annoying side for people. On, like, in general. Like, that's about it. Is that exclamation or are you asking me? If you're asking me, yes. If that's an exclamation, I agree. And I'll probably figure out more of the underlying things when I go to Survivor side of things. I'll see exactly what goes on with that. But that'll happen tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be playing Survivor to see the other side of it. But from what I've experienced so far in these past almost 2.5 hours of Killer, I can't say I'm impressed. I don't think they've changed anything. Haste build's not working for me, though. I couldn't keep it going. I had haste like half the time. That was a very difficult team to work against, though. So it could have 100% been that. Although they really should have dragged out the match. Like, with running 2 cakes and you don't drag out the match, you're an idiot. Even if you die at that point, you make significantly more blood points for stacking up your score.
Intriguing.
Damage generator. Oh yeah, that's the aura reveal around the generators. Maybe I should try a status application build. Oh, did they nerf Ultimate Weapon? Didn't this used to be map-wide? When you open the locker, all survivors near like a locker or something like that will scream. I gotta look it up. I have not played 2v8 mode. That's gone already. I'm gonna see if I can find it on the wiki. They keep a chart of what the changes were done to it. Okay, let's see. Have the activation time after opening a locker from 30 seconds to 15 seconds. Is that still there? No, it went back up to 30 seconds. Instead of causing survivors to scream and reveal the location while interrupting their actions, they now have their aura revealed instead. Scream and reveal their position was added back in on it. And then they doubled the cooldown duration from 30 seconds to 60 seconds. That stuck from 7.7.0. Let's see. Change the activation radius from being tied to the terror radius of the killer to now be fixed to the locker's location. This change retains the previous changes' intended effect of nerfing the perk for high mobility killers, while also buffing it for killers with small terror radii or who lack mobility. Remove the lingering effect for the perk's main effect. Reversal again caused survivors entering the activation radius to scream and reveal their location instead of revealing their aura. Okay, so they changed it back to the scream and aura reveal, but they tied it specifically to the locker at 32 meters instead of terror radius. So oblivious, be unaffected by ultimate weapon as they cannot perceive the terror radius. Okay, I guess that's cool. I don't know. I don't really think it needed that much of a nerf. Just once you know somebody has it, all you have to do is stay away from them as much as possible, which is what you're supposed to be doing anyway. But yeah, I never got to play 2v8. Are you sure it was decent? Are you sure you're not remembering wrong? Because all I can see in my head is the amount of abuse that people would give in that. Like, people constantly tormenting the survivors by stacking up on them with very oppressive killers, or are the survivors just constantly flashlight spamming and flashbang spamming on people, making it much more difficult for them to actually do anything. I don't know. That's what I thought would happen with that, but we'll see. If it ever comes back, that is. I don't know. If it was actually fun, it was something that they should have just left in the game. Killer was a mess. I'm not surprised. Let me try Sloppy. Yo, did they remove Sloppy Butcher? Wait, that's a normal perk, isn't it? I think I have to find that one. Because Vecna's new. I don't have it. I don't have it by default. Let's get that Ring of Spell story. Dark Arrogance. Yeah, I can't see this being worth it if it just blinds me for an extended period of time. I guess if I take Lightborn and I don't ever get hit by pallets, that'd be okay. Dragon's Grip. I like how their solution as well to probably a lot of killers being like, I'm sick of being constantly blinded, is to add a perk into the game that specifically requires you to be blinded to gain any benefit from for the benefit. Or to change a perk. Shadowborn was changed to where if you do get blinded, it works. Oh, I'm out of juice! I don't know what to take with this guy. I can't figure out a build that I would actually want to do, but then again, I'm rusty. I'm very rusty, so I'm not sure what to roll with this. I mean, I could do the opposite of what I was doing and try a Terror Radius. Try a Terror Radius build here. He'll stay at least 32 meters away from the killer. Survivor performing the healing action will scream, revealing their location, and activating Deathbound. That's just an Oblivious trip. Oblivious works really well. I don't want Oblivious, though. Any survivors in the Terror Radius, put in the dying state, will scream, reveal their location. Face the darkness. All the survivors outside your Terror Radius will scream every 25 seconds, revealing their positions and auras. That's the one that's a really good hex, but once it gets destroyed, it's over. It's useless at that point. It says Obsession loses the health state your Terror Radius transfers to the Obsession. Its radius is set to 32 meters. And Chorophobia just slows down their healing and messes with their skill checks. That could work. He's got a standard Terror Radius. I can probably progress off of that and make at least something interesting. 10 meters. Oh, because of Oblivious. Terror Radius, 10% greater chance of tripping. This is basically turning into a skill check build. If I roll a big map, it makes it worthless, though. Survivors within your Terror Radius suffer from inefficiency. Septic Touch. So whenever a survivor performs a healing action with Terror Radius, they get blindness and exhausted. Effect lingers for 10 seconds. I don't want to do Starstruck. That's just... I hate this one so much. I hate that they won't just let me pick my field of view. Let me have my own field of view. Let me determine what my field of view is. Don't give me this crap. I just want 104, okay? That's all I'm after. Survivors will blind you or stun you. Blocker become oblivious. Become your obsession and become oblivious, right? Oblivious status for 60 seconds. Damaging generator, undetectable. I guess unnerving presence? And then Chorophobia going. Maybe Septic Touch? That would apply blindness and exhausted for 10 seconds. If I can keep them close, I can keep them screaming. I can mess with their heads pretty much. And then they'll have a problem healing and then skill checks. Did Sloppy Butcher get removed? Am I drunk or do I just not have it? I can check this in the game by just switching to any character. Why am I doing this to myself? Oh, did it? Straight up? Oh no, that's checking the offering. Why? Sploop. Sploit. I can't think. There we go. There it is. Did they change it? Did they nerf it? Wounds inflicted by basic attacks cause survivors to suffer from hemorrhage and mangled status effects for 90 seconds. They finally put a timer on it! Increases the rate at which healing progression is lost from hemorrhage by 25%. Okay, they finally put a timer on it. That makes it perfect. It's perfectly fine. I appreciate that. That was one thing they did need to do. Like, the simple fact that it just lasted forever unless you got healed was pretty bad.
No part of the plan
They could have even created a mechanic where you have a bar that can't be reduced. Like, if you don't go down into the dying state, you have a bar that can't be reduced that you can just slowly heal yourself up. And not, like, heal yourself, but get rid of the hemorrhage effect and get rid of the extra bleeding and junk like that. But you know what I mean? Like, basically wrapping bandages or garbage or whatever the heck you find out there in the field to your arm to keep yourself from bleeding all over the place profusely. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Wait. Actually, I'm not done. I haven't viewed the tome, which means I haven't been. I don't care. View the rift. Have I just not been getting any progress on this because I didn't click it before? So because I never clicked on this, I haven't been getting progress? Okay.
What secrets does this realm hold?
So it did happen. It just was doing that in the background, and once I clicked on it, it activated it all. Oh, is this an old one? This is an old one, right? This is the current one. Yeah, that's 3 books behind. So I had that selected. I was just three behind. There's the current tome. So, got a survivor with my weapon. I'll never figure out how to do that one, right? And then I guess I'll just keep going through these a little bit here and there. I might as well, right? Man, I would be so far through these. 2 emblems of They're like, hey, earn an emblem that you get for just playing the game. I do love missions like that, though. That's just me being rude. Here we go. Try the terror radius build. Hopefully I'll be able to keep them injured and exhausted and blinded and screaming and messing up all their skill checks. Knowing my luck, though, I'm probably going to end up going against somebody who is, like, a high tier on it. Why are they pre-readied? I already miss Franklin's, though. Being able to knock things out of people's hands takes a lot of time from them when they're obsessed with picking it back up. So I find that to be a very fun perk to run. Whether people like it or not is irrelevant. Escape cakes and a white ward. Well, someone's carrying a very, very good toolbox to want to protect it that bad. I think Freddy's coming in. And they'll probably just skin overlay all the other animatronics. The animatromas. This is not a good map for what I'm trying to do.
Decisions.
Oh, game, please don't do that crap. One of the weird things this game does. No blind? Surprising. And yeah, there's that person who was running around me from behind and stuff like that. Where'd they go? They were definitely there. You're the one I want. Yeah, please. I don't like the tunnel unless I absolutely have to. good teamwork, but they're putting themselves at a disadvantage. In regards to just they're too busy taking damage and they're not doing other things they need to be doing.
You will pay.
I didn't mean to launch that one that way. I locked it before I should have. Yeah, these people aren't really too aware of how my abilities work. This is another thing that the game needs to stop doing. You have a hard match or something like that, like I did there, it immediately throws me into a match with a bunch of people who are like, whoa, dude, whoa, 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 whoa. I'll take what I can get. Oh, decisive. Okay. Is it really worth taking a hit? You're gonna bleed all over the floors, dude! Okay, thank you. That's fine. If that's what he wants to do. I don't think he realizes that I could stop that at any point in time.
Just the thing.
Wait, what? That's my point. They really need to stop that. That's something that needs to change. Just because I have a hard time in one match doesn't mean that every match after that should just be free, like that I should just get a cakewalk match afterwards. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Arcane secrets.
Ooh. I was kind of hoping that he was going to run the other way. Yo, what game? Go ahead and put him in the basement, yeah? Take advantage of that. Okay, that one's still decaying because for some reason they're not working on it. Are you going for the heal down there? Hey, buddy! It's all about keeping you all messed up. Ooh. Scream for me! I should make a full screamy build. You gotta actually blind me, dude.
beneath.
Man, bad luck. Super bad luck. Super bad luck. That's not good for you. That's not good for them either. Scree! That's not the one I wanted to use.
Perfect.
I'm aware of you, bro. Sure, I mean, I guess. I don't know why he dropped that pallet. I genuinely have no idea why he dropped that pallet. That was a waste of that pallet. I'm actively staying away so that they'll pull those people off. But they're not doing anything. I'm literally staying away so that they will save people and they just let that guy die. Are you trying to walk through me or something, dude? I'm gonna take him over here. I'm gonna take him super far away. Apparently they're not gonna save people if they're outside a 5-foot radius, so... If I put him way over here, they'll just be like, you know what? And they'll just let him die or something, I guess. I don't know. There's that guy. I Wow! I didn't harmonize with Steve.
Of many eyes.
I don't hear nobody over here. It was roughly in this area, so they probably just took off immediately. Yeah, you have. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me or something, but you have to hold that for a second. Actually, you know what? Let's try popping it right through there. Nothing? No, that's decaying, yeah. No, it's not. Never mind. I lied. I lied. I was wrong. Gotta stab it. I gotta go in there and stab it. Yeah, it's... I don't know. I guess maybe they're gonna just camp out for a while or something? And after this match, we're gonna get, like, a very hard team again. I can almost guarantee it.
Buried beneath.
Oh. Well, there's one. Yeah, keep running. You okay, buddy?
From the dark.
Oh, come on.
Of many eyes.
You should have dropped that, bro. You know what? I'll let the Steve live. I don't know, I'm feeling generous. I will let the Steve live. Yeah, the next match is going to be full of sweats. Did they change this? Used to be 3 and it just immediately frees them. There you go.
Geometry.
I kind of like the imposing factor of just flying at somebody as they're trying to escape. Bro brought a key. Man, that's a wild key to bring too. Reveals what killers are within 32-meter range. Increases the key's energy usage by 100%. Adds 15 seconds key usage. Oh! So they were using it to try and loop me. Interesting. Not a bad attempt. That's not a bad key setup. Although... Aha! Hiccups. I think it was all unnecessary. I don't really think they needed that. What the heck is that icon? I'm gonna be honest with you. Of course, the Steve is the one saying good game when I let them go. Nothing against the Steve, but that's always how this works. Almost never does the person who gets killed say good game. I can't. I'm no exception either. I get salty. Okay. This next match is gonna suck. Arguably, this did work rather well. The suppression from the terror radius and stuff like that did work pretty well, but the main reason that worked well for me is because they kept staying close together. They kept having like 2+ people near me, and because they kept having 2+ people near me, it resulted in them losing a lot of their match. They kept running into infectious fright, chorophobia, and all the jazz that I got going on here, slowing them down. Yeah, I think this is probably a key setup right here, just for general usage. That extra 4 meters means that you can rely on Flight of the Damned to slow somebody down from a distance, I guess. I mean, it slows people down. They have to crouch. I guess that's something. That's better than nothing. And if you can do that from further away, then you can kind of keep them in that mindset of, oh, I gotta make absolutely sure to dodge this more than shorter range. Personally, just let me angle it, please. Don't screw me over like this. But I guess if I have to, then, you know. This is so stupid. This book pisses me off. Actually pisses me off that they're so freaking lazy that they consider making the Flight of the Damned fly at the floor such a boon. They could easily just double its cooldown. Like, how long is it? How long does it take? Actually, how long are Vecna's cooldowns? I'm curious. I actually want to know. I want to know his actual cooldown like rates. I want to know the numbers. I need the numbers. What do the numbers mean? Above. Dude, what? What is the point of me having an ability that's sole purpose is to affect pallets and to prevent people from being able to use pallets against me if you give them a pair of boots that give them 7% haste for 3 seconds, which gives them even more distance than I would have saved myself? I don't understand. That's such a weird decision to make. I get countering it, but you don't just counter it with that. You give them a benefit for free. Just because they grab these boots and put them on. And it doesn't even take one of their slots. They just have these boots for free. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the items that they get. But then again, I don't know. I don't really know too much about how well they work until probably tomorrow when we might go up against the Vecna while playing Survivor. Flight of the Damned, range, spawn duration, 0.5, fly. But cooldowns. Tell me the cooldowns. Charging spells? Oh, so charging spells does slow me down a little bit. Okay, I can see that. Post casting slows me down a little bit more. Post fly cooldown 2.3. Walking, flying is 6.92. That's not bad. I can get behind that. Ah, so the individual cooldown's 38. Okay.
I will not.
Vecna, shut up. I'm finding your cooldowns. What's his other iridescent? The Vorpal Sword? Entering the radius of the dispelling sphere causes injured survivors to suffer from broken status for 30 seconds. Causes the Mage Hand spell to break dropped pallets instead of lifting them right back up. Okay, that's pretty good. I can appreciate that. Then you just use it as you're going through and you shatter the pallets that are down instead of having to actually break them yourself. It's like the guards from the night. The Robe of Eyes? Auras of survivors within 8 meters of a treasure chest are revealed to you for 3 seconds after casting a spell. That's cool. Dragon Tooth Dagger. Hitting survivors with... I almost said soldiers. Hitting survivors with holding a magic item with a basic attack causes them to suffer from the hemorrhage and mangled statuses for 45 seconds. You see, that's great. I like that. That's a punishment for using the magic items against me. I can appreciate that. I can counteract some stuff. You're a vampire. There's a vampire, dude? Hold on. DVD next killer. Vecna's the newest. The next killer, no, that's just saying about Vecna. New chapters and all DVD chapters. So it's just gonna show me Vecna right now. I don't know. Castlevania release date is August 27th, it seems. So in 10 days, I'm guessing, is what that's saying right here. This is just a random article that I'm seeing the first line of, so who knows. I'm interested in FNAF coming. I want to see how FNAF will run through too. That'll be a fun one to check out. I hope they get the movement right. The problem I'm seeing with them is I don't think they're going to get the movement right when it comes to the animatronics. I don't want the animatronic to move just as a normal killer. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want if it is Freddy, it might also just be Springtrap. which arguably you could just say that it's early Springtrap and not, you know, mangled Springtrap where he's just lumbering around like the other animatronics. I would like to see like janky, uncomfortable movements, and that doesn't have to be reflected in the killer's side. Like the killer being able to move normally would be great. I'm gonna be honest with you, but the way that the animatronic needs to impress their motions towards the survivors, I would like to appear all janky and stiff and kind of terrifying. You know what I mean? You know, the random gibberish and rambling that I'm saying. It doesn't look like we got hit too hard with sweats. Steve's probably a super sweat. Lara Croft might be a super sweat. Who knows? I mean, 31 and 77 prestiges might not... I mean, 31 prestiges might not seem super high to a lot of people, but once you're up to that point, that means you've dedicated a lot of time, and you might take the game a little bit too seriously. My exposure of taking the game too seriously is that I have Prestige 3 on, like, everybody, except for a handful of characters that came out after I quit. Who are they bringing for Castlevania? Are they bringing, hold on. Performance mode this. I don't need that out there. Are they bringing in Dracula? Is that what they're doing? Are we getting Alucard? Who's gonna be the killer? Just make it a Belmont. That would be a wild little, like, reversal there if they made one of the heroes made one of the heroes the killer. The heroes of Castlevania the killer. And instead of them being an ordinary killer, they're under some kind of, like, spell or geas or something like that, where they think that... I'm not clicked into the game. They think that everybody around them is vampires. Hey, Adam. Oh, Vecna. No, wait. Oh wait, and that's a buff. That's a thing I got. That was a quick Jin. That's not good. That works well. I like that. I do like the mage hand. I'm glad that Bunny said something and I started using it more. Cause I knew I was neglecting my stuff more than I should with the variants of spells that I have. But I wasn't used to the skill ceiling yet, and I kept causing myself problems.
Joy.
But you got stuck. Really? Really? You're just gonna quit? You're just gonna... Oh, I hate people like this. Okay, that one's clear. Ooh, good play. Good. You know what? Good play, Laura. No! I'm angry! Oh, you gonna try and run me up here, huh? I guess he thinks that he's far enough up here to pull that off. He's not. The fact that the hand resets the pallets is nice. They're absolutely terrified. Really? Ooh, I missed it. Oh, thank you. Don't know why she dropped that. She should have kept running. I'll take that too. They're freaking their entire existence is panic right now, like 100%. They are completely and 100% lost right now. They don't know what to do. The only one that seems to know what to do is probably Laura. Yeah, they're not even touching these over here. There's the save. It doesn't help that my Terror Idius immediately screws up their ability to heal. What? What good is that if it just phases through people when they're jumping things? I'll just outrun you, I guess.
Impossible geometry.
Thank you. Yeah. I'll take the pallet, I guess. Ah! Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. She's not working on it, so that's just decaying.
Arcane secrets.
I need to get rid of all these pallets instead of picking them back up for them. They're not touching like any of these gens. That was the only one they were actually working on. Please don't tell me they're all running back here to heal. They are! Thank you. Ooh, that was close. I'm not sure what their plan is right now. I thought maybe that she thought she was being sneaky or hiding in there or something like that would be good for her or something. Oh, they healed her up finally. Yeah, they're just not touching any of these other generators for some reason. They got the obsession touch. They got the generator obsession touch.
Let us test their constitution.
Alright, well, that's another one out. I think I'm gonna let Lara live.
This one.
See, that's way too high.
Manipulate.
Oh. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. I don't know what Ada's doing, but they're not helping right now.
Your life slips away.
I bet they're just... Yeah, that. Okay. Why out yourself like that, though? Well, you're not gonna make this. You have nothing to defend you. You know what? I'll wait. I'll wait. You can have it if you want it. You can get her off. Go. I'll give you guys one chance. Get out of here. Get. I'm gonna let them regroup. I'm gonna give them one chance. They get one more chance. I'm gonna wander around for like, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds here. Probably about 30 seconds. I'm gonna give them a shot, and then after that, I'm come for them again. I'm gonna be on the edge here. That gives them enough time to heal and prep up for whatever they want to try. Put myself in this corner. We'll wait another like 10, 15 seconds, and then we'll go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, that's about 30 seconds for them. That gives them a chance. That gives them a regroup, I gave you a chance to regroup, and then you can't. You're just no. Run. Run. I'm gonna guess on that one. This is like a slightly better version of Crow Lady's Crows. Sure, Crow Lady's Crows can do damage, but do they? But they're not accurate when it really comes to like finding people and stuff like that. They're not easy enough to work with. This is super precise, even though it's such a big sphere. It helps out a lot. Where'd Laura go? Just gonna let him bleed? Oh, that's lowballing. They're just gonna let him bleed to death so they can get the thing, yeah. Oh, they made it. They found that quick. Spawned right under their feet. That poor Steve Harrington. I guess they just play a lot. I went into this thinking that I was going to be dealing with like a stacked team because of how this game works, and I didn't get that. That poor Michaela had no idea what they were doing. They were completely lost. I'm sure their buddy brought them in here and then just kind of abandoned them. You know when you get that friend involved in a game and then you just can't play the game for like 2 weeks solid, and they're addicted to it, but they can't do anything on their own because they don't know how to play the game? That's who this Michaela Reed is. They just got thrown under the bus and left there. Give me my points. Give me my blood juice. Sacrifice 1 survivor. Hook 2 survivors. Complete this challenge in a single try. Okay. 8? Oh, yeah, that's right. There's a double up right now, isn't there? After tomorrow, I'll decide. Yeah, after tomorrow, I'll decide if I'm going to keep going with this one. Probably. Did you see the team that I went against that just completely wrecked me? There was one where there was just like a suspicious, was it David King? I can't remember what character they were playing. It was like David King or something like that. Where they were just insanely fast. Like, they were able to keep out of range as much as they needed for a lunge without even trying while I was running a speed-based build. So it kind of threw me off there. I don't know, though. Because I have this effect here where when Mage Hand is used, reveals the aura of the affected pallets and applies haste for 3 seconds. So maybe they had the boots of the or gauntlets of the interloper going on there, and they got a 7% haste effect for a little while, but I don't remember using Mage Hand in the chase that I'm thinking of. So they were just they were just insanely fast. It was really kind of weird. I do like this build though. It encourages me to keep on top of them and just keep them diseased. Literally keep them diseased. So I keep them diseased here, I keep them diseased here, I cause them to scream about diseases here, and then I cause them to scream even more when they keep screwing up their skill checks because they keep screaming about diseases. Arguably, though, we could probably make this worse if we took, what is it called? What's the terror radius one from, what's-his-face? Not agitation. I'm thinking of the wrong one then. It gives 26% terror radius boost. Do I not have it? Is that an ordinary perk? Is that just like a regular one that you get from wherever? Let's see. No, it's not agitation. Dark Devotion, Plaything, Face the Darkness for no. It's not Insidious, that's the stealth one. It's not Machine Learning. Modern Abuse, no. Overwhelming Presence? No, that's a doctor one. No. No. Do you know what it's called? Can you think of it, Bunkin? I can't remember what one it is. It gives like a 26% buff to tear radius. I was thinking unnerving presence at first, but no, that's this one. So I guess I just don't have it. It's probably a neutral or something that everybody can get. I need that to hot swap into a better spot. Ooh, a satchel? A bag of holding! 2 treasure chests are guaranteed to roll 1 on the dice roll. Opening treasure chest grants the oblivious status effect to survivors for 15 seconds. Okay, that's not bad. If I wasn't running a tear radius build, that would work really well for the shenanigans I was doing earlier with oblivious. So that every time they try and do something like that, they just get tear radius. They just lose their tear radius. I should have took the other one. I should have took Rancor. I don't know why I didn't take Rancor. Batteries included. I'll take that. This. You can have that Mori. No one wants that Mori. Moris are garbage. They're expensive garbage. Hey, it's sloppy. That one thing that I wanted. That could be really good here, actually. I don't care for those rings either. They're kind of useless. The pigeons. We'll let it have the pigeons. I don't see myself using the pigeons anytime soon. But I do see myself using all those items, I think. 181.
This
Tinker,
place.
Blood Favor. I remember those. Yeah, that was kind of awful. If you saw somebody bring in a Mori in the old days before there was a thing on it, they could just end the game. They could just straight up end the game. Here it is. Distressing. That's the one I was thinking of. It was very, very stupid. I don't know how that skipped past the devs' brains to have in their game. It made no sense. That was never going to be a good decision to just give one side the ability to completely end the other side just because they're mad. It's pretty much what it amounted to. It was a wild time. It was a very wild time. Like, I'm all for killer. I'm all for killer being powerful and killer feeling right. Killer being being fun to play. I'm not for that though. That's a good bit beyond what it should be. Blood favor, oppression. Yeah, I'll take the sword. We only got 70k left, so I'm trying to save blood juice. I was hoping to get a hold of I was hoping to get a hold of distressing to tier 3. It might not seem like much to just have that tear radius boost, but it means a lot. And then we get garbage like Shatter Hope in here. But Killer's issue during that time was less that we had a lot of like overpowered stuff, but more that everybody had a lot of overpowered stuff that could just break the game. If I remember correctly, during that era, that was the era of keys as well. So keys used to be something special, and by something special I mean completely busted. Like, you used to be able to just open the hatch whenever you wanted with a good key, and then that was it. The entire squad would just be like, whoop, into the hatch and be gone. Well, yeah, but ending the game instantaneously isn't fun for anyone, which is why that didn't need to be there in the first place. That they needed restrictions. Like, they 100% needed restrictions. I'm liking this build, but I really want to see if boosting the terror radius is worth it. 22%, 100% more blood juice? Nah. I mean, Sloppy could work well. Hemorrhage and Mangled? Let's try Sloppy. That way we get a little bit more of a suppression effect from it. And I'm going to take a quick break here. I will be right back. And then we'll run this match. Okay. Gotta hang this thing up again. There we go. Alright. So, yeah, some of the stuff on Survivor's side was just absolutely busted too. One of the things I hated the most was what I just explained before I left there, was the hatch and how the hatch worked back in the day. It was just awful. It was there at all times. It could be opened at basically any time. And inevitably they changed that to where X amount of generators based on the amount of players had to be there for it to open. Personally, I think the hatch should just be removed. Like, just straight up. And I think what it should be is that both the gates are always spawned on opposite sides. And that when there's just one player available, or when when there's just one player left or something like that, or when the gates would trip, that those are both powered, like, immediately, if the generators are done, if there's just one person. That way it gives that person an opportunity to escape for free, but they still have to be capable enough to make it on their own. The only problem I can see with that is people would abuse it to just be standing by the gates while they let their buddy die. Which, I mean, that's a problem we have now. Is people will stand by things and just wait for their buddy to die. Like that Laura did there. They just stood by and they waited for their buddy to die, and they used that as a way to get the escape. Which, I don't blame them on that one, because, like, they were working together fairly well. I'm pretty sure the Ada said, just let me die. something like that, probably in the Discord chat or something, most likely. That usually happens. And then they did what they were told, and they died, and then the person goes to try and find the hatch. The only thing I could think of that might assist with that particular issue, have it rotate. Have the doors, have the gates rotate. So when it does hit that point, the gates move positions just randomly. That way you can't predict where they're at. So standing by one means literally nothing. You'd be better off standing like in the middle of the map or something like that, or just going towards a wall of any kind and hoping that it spawns near you. That way people can't just be like sitting by the gate waiting for it to pop up and then, you know, abandoning teammates more often. One thing that hurts me the most is that people a lot of the times will blame the killer for a lot of things. But a lot of the times it's not even the killer that's the issue. It's the way the base game works and the fact that people don't like to work as a team that ends up being a big issue in this. If you see a really good team, like that team that I was like, oh man, that's suspicious. They were all extremely good. And they worked together. They covered each other. They covered for each other's weaknesses. And that means that at that point, you're going to win most of your matches. Unless you get a killer that is just abusing something. And that's usually what happens. So it's just this back and forth kind of thing when it comes to that. Yo! It's a different map. It's not a good one, though. It's too big. I hate annoying people like that who just spam jump stuff to try and get attention. Don't do that. If you're trying to be the runner in the group, don't do that ever. Because that's the furthest thing from getting yourself to be the runner that you're gonna want to do. And the main reason for that is it's a huge red flag not to chase you.
This one.
Can I actually just like catch up here? Holy crap. He got so much distance. If you all want to take damage, that actually works in my favor here. I'm gonna put you in the basement, okay? There you go. That'll be the best spot for you. That'll keep you safe. Think that guy's still over there waiting for an opportunity for the save? This is such an awful situation. Thank you. Stupid decision! You should have kept running! Why would you come back? Why come back?
Decisions.
Okay. Well, that's no fun. Nope. Another one over there. They got one person who's just like hiding in the background. Kick! Punch! Stab! If I can keep this triangle going, I'll be in decent shape. This is such a bad spot. Like awful. Why'd you gain so much distance there? Oh, that's so BS. That's actually BS. Why'd she gain so much distance running from that? Please drop it. Why didn't you drop anything, dude? Oh, come on, game. That should have been in range. Grab him! Grab him now! There are no good hooks over here. It's like this one, and then everything else I have to walk around 17 different things to get to. I hate this map. She got mimicked? Did it? Nice. Come on, game! Supposed to get 2 actions per turn here! That's like a fighter thing, actually. Yeah, this person's just trying to run me. That's all they're doing. And they're doing a piss poor job of it. Okay. Oh, they're gonna run deep?
To the skies.
Oh, it's just him. I don't want to chase him down to kill him. I was looking for, Leon.
I have just the thing.
make that. There was no way you were gonna make that. Literally zero chance to make that. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Yeah. If you're wondering why I left her slugged, it's because she was taking advantage of the fact that there's only one hook in that area. Literally abusing the fact that there's only one hook in that area, so there was no way for me to be able to actually hook her. I would have just had to carry her around for literally no reason. They're not touching this one. Or this one. They're kind of just ignoring generators and... Oh, they're all over there.
Geometry.
It's pretty easy to see you, dude. Come on, put you on the field. Come on, put you on that hook. Thank you. Good juke. She wasn't expecting it to actually come at her, I guess. Okay. Think Leon's gonna die before they get to him?
Your time draws near. Be my eyes.
Well, I'm gonna take a risk here and see if the hatch isn't over there, because if it's over here, then I can pop it before she gets to it.
Let us test their constitution.
Is it in the center, maybe? Nah, no luck. I imagine they might actually just be standing on it already, to be telling you the truth. That sucks. They're the last person that I would like to have escaped. Like, they, the one lady dressed up like the barbarian. I don't know who the heck that is. I don't know if that's like Lara Croft or what. She was doing work. Even though she was trying super hard to like force runs, she still did pretty good work. Oh, there it is. So she went over in that corner. She's over there most likely. I guess I'll just slam this. And we'll see what exactly happens here. If I can get a visual, I can just fly to whichever one's necessary. I can't see that one. She's not over there. Is she gonna just give it the timer? She's not touched that one. Kate was awful. Which one was Kate? Which one are you talking about that was Kate? Oh, this Kate? Oh! Probably BP farming then. With a hidden name and everything like that, they're likely a streamer. Or a YouTuber or something. Like me! Only trying to just like hide their stuff so they don't get any hate. I think mine's hidden right now too. I guess they're just not gonna try. You all gave me a good bit of trouble there for a bit. They're out of time now. I don't even have to do anything. Yeah, they're just gonna die to timer. That's pretty disappointing. You can at least try, you know? You gotta get moving, you can't just sit there. You got bad luck in the shack there near the end. When I finally caught you for the last time, you got bad luck pretty hard when you were trying to run with the barbarian lady. Is that a Lara Croft skin? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a Lara Croft skin then. But yeah, she was running me pretty good, even though I was Kate hurt, man? What? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Did I hurt Kate? Are you saying Kate hurts, or... I honestly thought for the first like half of the game that they were just doing gyms in the background for you guys, but it sounds like they were just blood point farming the entire time. And that's pretty crappy, honestly. I get getting some blood points, but you gotta get those generators and stuff in there as well, otherwise you're just screwing everybody over. That's disappointing. Had I picked up on it, I probably would have hunted them down first. Well, the game hasn't changed, Bobby. I'm playing perfectly fine. I've lost one match tonight. And the only time I ever really lose is when I get up against a group of sweats who just they can't stop rubbing their butts together as they just use every abusable thing they possibly can. That's literally it. It's just I don't know what I was hoping, but I haven't really seen anything different, to tell you the truth. It's been pretty much the same game since I quit. I wish they'd branch out. I wish they would try. I think that's going to be it for the night, though. This has been a thing. It's been okay. It hasn't been as bad as I was expecting. I can say that for certain. But I also don't know if they're ever going to improve. They still have the same problems that they've had before.
For now.
But I'll shut up about it now. I haven't got to try this guy yet. way they move. That's good horror feel. Character design's fantastic. What does this guy have? No, I'm gonna check this guy out before I go back. I'm gonna go to the store and see what all he's got going for him. Civilizations, the unknown. I don't want to read this. Where are the perks? Ah! Can I not look at his perks? Am I forgetting how to run the store? Am I forgetting how the store works? Oh. Body head, weapon. No, that's charm. Those are all cosmetics. Play Mori! What? That was super brutal and terrifying at first. And then the guy just turns into mist. Why? What's the problem with this character? Does he not play well? Is he weak or something? So I go here, I click on killers. I click on this guy. I click on Johnny here. I can't see the... Why can't I see the personal perks? Unbound, unforeseen, and undone. I guess I'm gonna have to look at him in this. Bio? No, that just shows me that... I just wanna... I wanna... You're taking me back to...
I will...
I'm missing something here, I swear. I'm gonna go to the wiki, and then I'll read them from there. I feel like that sound effect they got there, that is unnecessary. Just let the creaking and the bones and stuff like that, let that settle in. Let that mess with people a little bit more. Give them the unsettling feel. Pain lingers in the air, an alluring aroma that excites the impulses. When a survivor becomes injured by any means, Unbound activates for 30 seconds. Gain 5% haste status for 10 seconds after vaulting a window. This effect cannot stack with itself. Okay, cool. That's okay, I suppose. Basically smack people and then vault something and gain haste. Hope is the... No, I don't care about the flavor text. Whenever the survivor fails a skill check while repairing or healing, Undone gains 3 tokens, up to a maximum of 30. Performing the damage generator action on a generator consumes all accumulated tokens and applies the following effects. Instantly regresses the damage generator by 1% per token. Blocks the damage generator for 1 second per token. Cause the damage generator to start regressing once it's unblocked. That's not bad. 60-second cooldown's not bad on it either. Unforeseen. Performing the damage generator action on a generator applies unforeseen for 30 seconds. Transfer your terror radius to the damage generator and sets its range to 32. Grants the undetectable status effect. So that's just a different version of hold on.
I will play my role.
After damaging a generator, you become undetectable until the generator stops regressing. During this time, the generators are as revealed as survivors in yellow. Yeah, this is basically just a different version of Trail of Terror. I think this new one, the Unforeseen perk, actually probably works a little better because it transfers it for 30 seconds flat. It doesn't. Once they start repairing it, it takes away Trail of Torment. So this one probably is the better of the two. I would suggest if they're going to do that with that one, they might as well remove the fact that when it stops regressing on this one and just put a timer on it too. That would make it just as effective. And then make it maybe go away after you smack somebody upside the head. Who knows? I don't know. Now, I don't know what their ability is. Their power is UVX. What? Covered by the military for their experiments. Unknown Venom X. Press and hold the power button to charge Unknown Venom X. Once it is fully charged, press the attack button to launch a bouncing projectile, which creates a blast area of 2.25 meters upon impact. Survivors touching an airborne projectile suffer from 6% hindered for 3 seconds. Survivors touching the blast area suffer from the weakened state. Has a cooldown of 7 seconds. Weakened survivors receive damage when touching a blast area and have 6 seconds added back to their weakened meter indicated on the HUD. Survivors can remove their weakened state by looking directly at the unknown within a distance of 25 meters for a cumulative total of 10 seconds. Doing so will highlight their outline and paint to the unknown. Hallucinations. The unknown intermittently leaves behind a hallucination, which charges over the course of 45 seconds.
Another
Up to 4
plane
hallucinations
to
can...
conquer.
Shut up, Vecna! New hallucinations cannot be created when too close to other existing ones or several props. The R's are revealed to unknown at any time, at all times, and survivors when within 8 meters. Survivors becoming weakened or touching a blast area reduces the charge time of the next hallucination by 10 seconds. Dispelling hallucinations? Survivors can remove hallucinations by approaching them and perform the dispel interaction for 4 seconds. Reduces the dispelling speed of weakened survivors by 25%. Succeeding removes the hallucination from the environment. Failing to complete the interaction causes the survivor to become weakened and triggers killer instinct for 5 seconds. This also applies when the unknown teleports into a hallucination mid-dispelling. Okay. Special locomotion? Teleport? Press the secondary power button to teleport to any available hallucinations that is at least 3 meters away from your location, leaving behind a temporary decoy for 5 seconds. So that's basically the Hag's ability. That's straight up the Hag's ability. Except it's limited to 4 hallucinations and no limited and there's no range limit on it. Teleportation has a cooldown of 25 seconds. Okay. So he spits on people and teleports. Yeah, I get it. I get it. He spits on people and teleports. You chase somebody, you spit on them, and then you teleport, and then you spit on them again after 7 seconds, and you spit on them some more. That's what it is. Voice by a translation, they didn't know it was going to be depicted as a gender-changing monster that has a broken neck from being hung. Oh, I heard about that drama. I don't know. I don't really care, honestly. I don't think that your weird monster really needs gender associated with it at all. Look at that. I don't want that thing to have a gender. I don't want that thing. Just let it be a cosmic horror, you know? Why drag that into it, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Why drag any of that into it? Just let it be a monster. Let the monster be a monster. I don't know. Like I've said a million times, these devs aren't known for making the best decisions. I don't know if there's just like a few people in the higher up position who make these decisions and they just tell everybody to F off or what, but I think it's stupid. I think a lot of the things they do are stupid and obviously like going to be controversial or negative for the game, and they do them anyway. And their player base will tell them, stop, get some help, and they don't do it. They don't care. There have been solutions given to them for millions of the problems that they've developed over time, and they just refuse to listen to it. Up until more recently, they seem to have tried to a degree, but they always go back to square one, and I don't know why. Like, there's so many things that they could still change and do better. This does bode well for FNAF jumping into the game, though. The weird, jerky motions and the creepy twitchiness of this character could easily be applied to the animatronics in a good way. If they do it right, it could really create that level of fear. That actual impression of terror that they want to impress on people with these characters and stuff like that. I wish they'd make the game darker again. I wish the game was more stealth-oriented. Like, the constant pressure of being hunted needs to be applied there. The survivors right now, they just run around like chickens with their heads cut off, or they run around and they just rush gens the entire time. There's really no other ways that I see this game played anymore. And then the killer is just running there and either smacking the crap out of generators because they're a gen build, or just freaking killing people, tunneling whoever looks at them funny out. Pretty much. It's got two extremes, and that's about it. All right, I'm done. I'm done rambling. I'm done. Yeah, I don't know why they even brought it in as an issue. Like, don't bring something like that in. Just let the creature be a creature. Who cares? You can still have the exact same skins for it and stuff like that. Just don't start throwing that kind of stuff on it, because it's obviously just going to be controversial, and you don't need that in your game, right? Like, if I were to make a game right now, I wouldn't put any of this stuff that a lot of these games are putting in here on there. It doesn't matter. Let it be its own thing. Let it do its own thing. Just make your game a good game. You don't need to spend resources working on stuff like that. It's not important. It can, yeah, I don't know. Your game needs to be the focus, and how your game plays, the mechanics, how your game feels, and how much fun your game is to play when you're making one. Not, oh, let's add in all this controversial stuff so that we can try and get, like, voting from the not voting, what's the word for it? I guess praise. They want praise for it or something like that, or anything. It's ridiculous to me. Anyways, I'm rambling. This is a ridiculous conversation as it is. But I'm gonna pop off. Yeah, you have a good night too, Bobby. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, stay out of trouble, don't catch anything on fire. If you enjoyed your time here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good rest of your night. Good day now.